Matter can exist in either of the three states of matter. Different matters are found in different states in the world. But more interesting is the fact that we can change the state of a matter. The state of a matter is changed when the distance between their particles do change. The interparticle distance can be changed by changing either the temperature or the pressure. Let us first see how the matter changes its state on change in temperature. We know that ice, water, and the water vapor are the three states of the same matter. We do a simple activity to understand the process of change of state of water. Take a beaker with some ice crystals into it. Also, take a thermometer and place it into the ice. Now place a burner below the beaker. Simultaneously, we see the view at the particle level of water in beaker. It will help us to understand what happens at the particle level during the activity. For keeping the thing simple, we are showing only two particles and the spring between them represents the interparticle attractive force. Now it starts heating. We see the thermometer reads a below zero reading. On heating, the temperature of the ice slowly increases. At the particle level, particles of ice start vibrating more rapidly. This happens because the heat energy supplied by the burner gets absorbed by the particles and utilized into vibrating more rapidly. As the temperature keeps increasing, the particles starts vibrating more rigorously. As the temperature reaches 0 degrees Celsius, ice starts converting into water. Observe at 0 degree, the particles have started to break free from their position and start moving like they do in a liquid. Note down that this temperature at which the solid starts changing its state to liquid is called the melting point of that matter. So the melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. At the melting point, particles start leaving their fixed position and starts moving in bulk. Note that the word bulk is important in this definition of melting point. We shall know its importance in our later videos. So now we know what is melting and what is melting point. Remember that melting can also be called fusion. Note carefully that though the burner is continuously heating, but the temperature is now not increasing. Temperature got stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. It is not rising further. It remains at 0 degree till the whole of ice gets converted into water. So where is the energy going? When we heat ice in a beaker, the temperature rises till the melting point of ice, that is 0 degrees Celsius, is reached. Once the melting point is reached, the temperature does stay at 0 degree till whole of ice gets melt into the water. Since the burner continuously supply heat energy, the question arises where that energy goes. To understand this, let us have a look at the particle level of ice. Since ice is solid, all the particles are well ordered and held by strong interparticle attractive force. However, particles keep vibrating at their place. When the energy is supplied to ice in the form of heat through burner, the particles absorb the heat and converts this heat into the kinetic energy for themselves. As a result, their vibration increases. This increased vibration gets recorded by the thermometer as increase in temperature. This happens till the melting point of ice is reached. As the melting point of ice is reached, the heat energy is now utilized to weaken the interparticle forces. One after another, the interparticle forces are weakened, leaving the particles free to move. This is the conversion of matter into liquid state. In this duration, the temperature does not rise, since all the heat energy supplied by burner gets utilized in weakening of the interparticle forces. Because of the weakened interparticle forces, the structure of the solid collapses and cannot hold its shape. This is the conversion of solid into liquid. Since during this conversion of solid to liquid, the kinetic energy of particles remains unchanged. The temperature also remains unchanged, that is, at 0 degrees Celsius. During this phase of conversion of ice into water, the heat energy utilized for weakening of the interparticle forces is called the latent heat of fusion. This is called latent because latent means hidden, and this heat energy is hidden because it does not get recorded by the thermometer as it does not increase temperature. In exact terms, the amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kilogram of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as latent heat of fusion. When the whole of the ice in the beaker gets converted into water, the temperature again starts rising. We let the heating continue. The temperature keep on rising till it reaches 100 degrees Celsius. At this point, water starts converting into vapor. This temperature, that is 100 degrees Celsius, at which water starts converting into vapor, is called boiling point of water. As the water keep converting into vapor, the temperature remains stuck at 100 degrees Celsius. The temperature does not rise till whole of water gets converted into vapor. Let us see the whole process at the particle level. Since water is a liquid, the particles of water are loosely held with each other. The interparticle forces are not very strong. The heat energy supplied by burner is being absorbed by the particles to increase their kinetic energy. As a result, the vibrations of the particles increases. This increased kinetic energy shows itself up in the form of the increased temperature which gets recorded by the thermometer. But once the temperature reaches 100 degrees Celsius, that is boiling point of water, the energy supplied by burner no longer gets absorbed by the particles. The energy now gets absorbed by the interparticle forces. As a result, the interparticle forces gets weakened and they do break. This energy which gets absorbed by the interparticle forces is called latent heat of vaporization. Remember, latent means hidden. It is called latent because it is hidden, as it does not lead to increase in temperature and thus does not get recorded by thermometer. Once the latent heat of vaporization leads to breaking of interparticle force, the particle becomes free to move like a gas. This is the conversion of water into vapor. One after another, interparticle forces break, leading to particles leave the water and move like a vapor. The temperature remains at 100 degrees Celsius till all the water gets converted into vapor.